Good afternoon, everybody. How are you all doing today? I hope everybody can tune in, share my content. Please be advised that if you are connecting, if you're watching with your children probably should not watch. There is usually vulgar language, pretty sensitive content, and I do not recommend that anybody under the age of 18 or anybody who is triggered by sexual violence to listen. If any of those bother you, any violence, then I would recommend that you all refrain from watching the show. Um, it would just be for the best. I cannot control what uh, you parents allow your children to watch. Um, so please, also, I do not own rights to any noise you may hear in the background, any content, videos, anything. I am just here to bring awareness. I'm not trying to make money off of my videos, anything. As usual, I am going to be starting my content with Elijah Hadley. Let's see, on his page, remember, I did tell you all that Elijah Hadley has a whole page, Justice for Elijah Hadley. This page was created by non-tribal members, by people that do not have any Apache blood in them, but they fight so hard for our young Apache child. Their heart for us is there. It is unquestionable, the things that they do and all the help that they are to us, to our nation, to our youth. Mm. So I am going to read. This morning, Kristen Michelle did post on his page, and if you all don't know who she is, you really need to get to know her. This lady is incredible. She goes out, she looks up all of the information, she makes sure that it's accurate before she posts. She talks about things, facts, things that matter, things we need to know. On these posts, she gives very important details. I am going to go over her post because it's important that you all know. And although we're not there in person, you can attend through Google Meets. I think it is important. I know it is important that the Alamogordo, the Otero sheriffs understand that we are not silent. We will not sit here and just allow you to just lollygag and do whatever the heck you want to save your officer, to protect your murderer. This is, in fact, another delay to Elijah Hadley's case. It is almost 2 years. Almost 2 years and no justice. 2 years of salary to a murderer. They could not explain that. Their justification is not there. Uh, on his page this morning, Kristen Mitchell did post Google Meet hearing tomorrow. When 9:30 a.m. If you log in, camera off, mic muted. This is for Diaz Austin's attorney's motion to withdraw, a new attorney being added, and it appears the state put in a motion for determination of his new attorney. The Google Meet code that I got is from when I called the clerk's office this morning at 8:27 a.m. to be exact and requested the code. So you can all call in and request the code. The clerk wanted the case number, so you do need the case number to look it up for future. Please have that handy to respect their time. I did not, but was able to answer other verified questions to help look it up quickly. You need Google Meets to join. Download it if you don't already have it. No pictures, no recordings, etc. are allowed of this. It's counted as being in court and it is a crime. Don't do it. Not worth it. Now Elijah Hadley has had a lot come up in his case. From the very beginning, Otero sheriffs have had every delay possible, and their investigations all done within. Robles did do a interview with, hold on, I don't want to get this man's name incorrect, because he does do a lot of interviews and does a lot of informing of the Otero residents, of a lot of us. Dave Jimenez. Let me see. He had talked to Robles. I asked him off camera about the situation, about keeping him on payroll, and he said that the state police did an investigation and somehow they found him doing no wrongdoing. That's the officer, he said, the feds and FBI, whoever did an investigation, and he didn't violate anything. So I asked, why did they keep him on payroll? He told me that if he beats the case, excuse me, hold on. If he beats the case, then he could sue us for back pay and for other things, such as causing him to live a hard life, I guess. But they could, and they don't want to owe him anything or any back pay. If he loses at court, he gets found guilty, which he hopes he does, and then they take him off payroll. They're doing this so that they are avoiding a lawsuit from Diaz. And I know this is not on Dave Jimenez. I'm not calling him a liar. I'm calling Raul Robles a liar. I thank you for asking him that question directly, Mr. Jimenez. But after seeing the 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 way Mr. Robles speaks firsthand in the debate the other night, I felt it was very important that I attended. When I attended, I was a bit late. I walked in. I had no idea who any of these people were. I didn't really look around too much. I just kind of stayed focused on the front. I found a lady who seemed to be in charge of guests coming in and directing them. So I did get the okay to do my live and proceed with that. Um, and I looked for an open seat because they were speaking a lot. My goal was for me, myself, to go and listen to Raul Robles and David Black and to hear their response. It wasn't so much to go for Geraldine Yaza Martinez or Cesar Ramos. Do not get me wrong, you all have my support. I am right there behind you all. I don't have any doubt in you all. My doubt is in Raul Robles and David Black. My goal was to go and ask them specifically why they continue to pay their murderer. I do have a few questions that I would like to ask you all for some help in, but we'll get to that in a minute. Listening to Raul Robles, he is very rehearsed. The entire meeting, our debate, everything is rehearsed. He writes down a lot of Geraldine Yaza Martinez's response. He kind of repeats them later on, uses her verbiage. He reminded me a lot of Gabe Aguilar, not able to just speak on his own based off of his own experience, knowledge, qualifications. It should have came easy to him. Being that he is the current undersheriff and David Black is the current sheriff, every question should be easy to them. It shouldn't be so rehearsed. He shouldn't have to sit there and read off of anything. Watch his, what do you call them? Coaching, I guess. He had a whole, I didn't realize I sat behind his coaches. Uh, There was David Black and I believe his wife. I believe that's Raul Robles, his wife. I hope, because he kept sticking his tongue out to her. If you watch the debate, Raul Robles continued to stick his tongue out to his wife, or I'm hoping that's your wife. Good God, that was the strangest thing. Strangest thing to me, to be in a debate. I don't know. I was sitting right behind her. I just thought it was very odd. There was a gentleman in between us. I don't know. And there was a young lady. I'm told she's Drusilla, daughter-in-law, second daughter-in-law. Very interesting. She seems to be working really hard to keep that position. But I do have some questions regarding the boys that were in the video after the debate. During the debate, you sit there and you listen to these rehearsed questions, these rehearsed answers. I didn't feel anything sincere from Raul Robles. I just felt that they are really working hard on their continued corruption. He uses continued in many forms. Um, it's obvious what their fear is. David Black is incredibly fearful to lose his seat. Um, the corruption that he covers up is not just the murder of Elijah Hadley. It goes much deeper. The phone calls I've received since that video are quite interesting to hear about. Amy Barella. Amy Barella has a lot to do with our sheriffs as well. There's a lot of swinging going on within the top heads, Miss Amy Barella, and oh wait, I need to write this name. John Paul. John Paul, I think, was his name. Now, I have notes all over because this was I don't know, this just kind of hit people different to see that video. I have people that I've never even heard of calling and messaging me regarding the people in the video, especially all those little boys that tried to hover around me, especially the one in the yellow. The one in the yellow in the video, I'll share his little face here in a minute. That one, I want to know who I speak to about pressing charges because I don't feel comfortable going through the Otero sheriffs, but there's no reason that I should have felt him up against my body like that. There's no reason I should have felt him personally up against my body at all. Whether it was intimidation or what you were trying to do, it was disgusting. And then after listening to it, I was reminded you threatened me. You were trying to intimidate me while feeling up on me. Let me see. Holy cow. Amy Barella is married to the gentleman in your video. He is telling Raul Robles to cut the video short. Now, throughout the entire video, you can see boys, telling Raul Robles, David Black, to cut the video, stop talking, stop talking. Raul Robles is unable to stop. He just keeps going. You really need to work on that, Raul, because you just need to work on that. Watch the video, you all. What they did to me in that little setting is what they're doing to that courtroom. They control that courtroom. Everything about this trial is controlled from the top all the way down. I'm not done hearing the story about Miss Amy Barella, but I am told she's having a hard time keeping her seat. Questions of how she even got in that seat. And I never thought I'd be sitting here talking about all of these people that have nothing to do with Mescalero, but have everything to do with us. These are the people protecting David Black, protecting Jacob Diaz, paying him. These swingers. And Amy Barella, I'm told, is a swinger. I don't know how she got her seat. I'm just not understanding any of these politics, these politicians. Are you all the same? You you just sit there and lie to the public for votes and get in, and then we never see you again? I didn't think it was that bad, like off the tribe, but apparently, man, it makes our tribe look a lot different, because we have some of the top heads leading New Mexico, leading the counties, everything, just being the most disgusting, wrong people for the seat. So if y'all vote, know who you're voting for. I believe Amy Barella is running for a seat. Don't vote for her. There's no reason to vote for her. She has a lot to do with why Jacob Diaz is still being paid for murdering Elijah Hadley. And Mescalero, I am so serious. Tomorrow is May 5th. I've never agreed with this because, May 5th is Cinco de Mayo, but they decided to put MMIW as the same day. Fine. Our brown holiday, all these colonizing white people just hate to recognize and honor the people they stole from, the people they violate the most. But anyway, tomorrow, May 5th, is the first day for the elections, I believe. Please register to vote. Make sure that you can vote, not only for Otero sheriffs, but look into Amy's. I'll share a little bit more on Amy Barella and what seat she's running for, what she's holding, because she does tie into Elijah Hadley. And the phone calls that I received about her, I was really busy. I had my grandkids sometimes. I'm not saying all the time, but quite a bit. I got my children. I have 2 jobs. I was told the other day I should go get a job by a girl who was working at Allsup's with her children on the phone with her fornicating lover, and she messed up but told me to go get a job. I thought that was the funniest thing. I thought, oh my gosh. Anywho, um, life can get busy, and I know I have a lot of phone calls, but I do appreciate them, and I thank you. Those of you calling me regarding Amy Barella, David Black, and all of these connections to why Elijah Hadley has no justice, please continue the phone calls. Call me back. I do not mind at all. I do not mind. It is important that our voters understand who they are voting for, what they are voting for. Recently, I was told that I should go and complain about the pedophiles and rapists on my tribe. I do, all the time. My voice, my questions have scared Nelva and Doralyn, Gabe, and their administration so much that they violated my rights illegally with no justification. And to this day, I have people that cannot tell me who they are. Every one of them cannot tell me who they are, that are so fearful because I can tell them who I am. And I will not stop at all. Let me see. I need to get back to Elijah's post. Kristen did go on to say, however, it appears there is also a change in when the Daubert hearings are happening, which I noticed as well, which to me is a clear indication that there will be more delays Originally, it was scheduled for May, rescheduled for June. Now there's for July 28th, which is when a different hearing was to take place before the trial. And then Kristen does put up the docket here. Please go to Elijah Hadley's page, follow the page, be engaged. You can attend court hearings via Google. When we have the hearings and we're able to attend, we can be outside showing our support, just standing there. You are so loud. Your statement is so loud. You are screaming. Everybody that joins, the bigger the number, the louder the scream. You need to understand that. Notice for entry and substitution usually means that the old attorney is leaving, new one is joining, interested in why the change is happening, especially after the last few hearings with how his attorney was so cocky about not revealing his strategy, how his client was 99% going to testify. Old attorney cannot defend a killer. Old attorneys seem to love it. I'm honestly thinking a whole new strategy about to play out. He should probably plead guilty and try for less than 100-year sentence in federal jail. I hope he is held to the fullest. I hope he is in prison for the rest of his sickening life. There's just no reason for him not to be. In the video for Elijah's debate, I did go to question the candidates. I spoke with Raul Robles. He could not explain why he keeps Diaz on. It's policy. Oh, you have to ask the DA, the state police. They all work together. I have no doubt in my mind the state police is sitting there, hands open, ready to help a murderer go free. And if I am lying, state police, then justify your investigation that allows Hadley to be paid, because according to Raul Robles, you're the ones that are allowing him to be paid. During my interview with David Black, I'm going to show you all here a little bit, a couple of people. Now, I'm told that this boy right here, let me see. In a second, you'll see his boy come on in. That boy right there, that's his son and his daughter-in-law. I believe is his son and daughter-in-law. Chance, maybe? Now, my question comes up here in a little bit because I'm asking him about watching the video. If he watched that video, Mr. Black had stated that everything is fine with Mescalero. They worked it out. For the family of Elijah Hadley, I think it'd be interesting for you to ask counsel what he means by that. Because we haven't seen counsel fight. And if they made an agreement, what did they work out? Did y'all see that man right there, that boy in the yellow? That's the man that I felt directly behind me, rubbing up on me, and then had the nerve to say that I pushed him when he was standing so close to me. I could feel him, his body on my back. That little boy right there. If any of you know his name, I would like to know, because I do want to press charges on him. There's no reason that I should have felt him behind me that way, that I should have felt his body on my body. There's just absolutely no reason. They had to tell him to walk away, leave. The man there pulling him away, telling him, come on, let's go. There was two of them that told him, let's go. You all need to remember, do not be afraid of these people. Do not stand down to them. That is what they want. They want you to be afraid. They want to put fear in you. You cannot allow them to. Just like with our tribal leaders, holding them accountable, it's just as important to hold these Otero sheriffs accountable. The disgusting boy in the yellow, if anybody can do your magic, I'd like to know who he is, because I do want to file a complaint on him. There's just no reason I should have felt his body against mine that way in any intimate manner at all. That is disgusting. As for him trying to stare me down, it didn't really do anything to me at all. I'm not easily intimidated. I have stood to my first husband with ease, and I don't plan to ever let no boy stand to me and just hit me. We're going to go, we're going to roll, we're going to do something, but I won't just stand there. My question for you all today is to make time. Please, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, make sure that you have Google Meets downloaded. Tune in, log in, turn off your mic, turn off your camera, and just listen. Do not speak, you will be removed. And they could also press charges on you for decorum, who knows. It is, as she said, like being in court. So don't mess around. Show your presence, but don't give them that satisfaction of messing up. Just like in the courtrooms during the hearings, they sit there and they say a lot in that courtroom. David Black's family, Jacob Diaz's family, they all sit there as one. Oh, they nod their heads, they roll their eyes. What was he doing alone walking? Those are the questions, the things that they do in the courtroom. And it's really hard to sit there and remember. Use your voice. Don't get thrown out. I stared the entire time at Raul Robles and David Black as they spoke lies. I had a lady come visit me at work the other night talking about Elijah Hadley. She said, I don't understand why he just had a pellet gun. Walking right there is so dangerous. And it is. But that pellet gun is what they are holding on to. They are really trying to use it every single way to get Jacob Diaz away from what he did. You have the video on hand, share it. Tag everybody you can, because it's another delay. We cannot let them forget what they did to our child. Fight for him. Fight like that is your child, like your son, your brother, your uncle, your father. Fight for him. I do want to go on and talk about some of the other things that have been going on the tribe. And I did want to just address some of you silly people. I've had a lot of people come on lately talking about my looks. I had one old lady tell me she couldn't take me serious because of my eyebrows. And I thought, this is coming from a white lady who's trying to be a belly dancer in a native school. Carry on. I really don't care what my eyebrows, my hair, my skin, I don't know, whatever y'all want to focus on. I don't care. I really don't care. In my mind, I could be freaking bald and still look better than half of you, all of you that are commenting that to me. That's just my personal opinion. I could be bald and I could still outdo you commenting those things to me. My goal in my show isn't my looks. I'm not asking for beauty tips. Can you give me advice on a hairstylist, a dentist? None of that. My goal is to help my people understand that that is their tribe, that the laws are being broken against them can be stopped. You can stop that at any time, that you all have the power. It is not hard. Years ago, my first husband tried to take my children from me with his parents. 2 weeks, I got my children back. My home, everything that they did to me was gone. It is not hard to learn our laws and to get a backbone, a spine, stand up for what you believe in. It is not hard at all. What is that girl's name? Oh my gosh. The other night, some girl commented on one of my videos that she can't stand me. What the freak is her name? It's the girl, Julie Kedazzini was her best friend, and she took her boyfriend from her. And when Julie was done with him, she sent him on back to her. And then Teddy took her leftovers right back. She was commenting about me, calling me a stupid bitch or something, whatever. But this is what I mean. We as Apaches should know who we are, should stand tall in what we say. If you felt that way, you should have stood tall. You should have made me very aware. Just the night or two before? Hell, we were right there by the hospital. They could have helped you even. But I just thought that was funny. When you have something to say, say it. And be proud saying it. Know what you believe in. Have a backbone and believe in what you're saying. Don't be a coward. Don't be a Dorlin. Don't be a Robin, a Gabe, a Nelva, and create all these fake accounts. Just to say your mind, to speak your mind. You're Mescalero Apache. Shit, we are the most fierce natives. Read about us. Read it. It's everywhere. It's all over. Mescaleros, known to be small in stature, short, it says, but fierce. Fierce. And it makes me kind of sad because I don't see that fierceness in some of you. It's just a lot of butch blazerism, I guess. You're just cowards standing behind something. Don't be a butch blazer. Be a Mescalero Apache. That's what he's been trying to be for years. He's living off of us doing that. I forgot to tag him. All right. Anybody else I need to address? We'll get to Melissa's Zwazwa in a minute because I have a point to make with hers. Anywho. This past couple of weeks, we did have a fire start on the side of the highway. Just so you all know, it was me saying, hello, Val. Hi, Mariah. Love you all too. You stay strong and thank you. But just so you all know, I will always blame Tyner. I will always blame Tyner until it's proven that it wasn't Tyner. I will always blame Tyner because it is Tyner Cervantes that burnt down Mescalero, Ruidoso, that has flooded us all out, that has ruined so many lives throughout the village. It is Tyner Cervantes. That is your arson. Tyner Cervantes, if you don't like me saying that, you should file on me so we can get this discovery going. FBI seems to have let the investigation go and just let you go until we deal with your next outbreak of fires, until you're broke again, until I make you angry again. I don't know, but you all are getting burned because either he's broke or I made him mad. Those are the only reasons Tyner Cervantes will start a fire these days. And he is the arson. I'll say that all I want, Tyner Cervantes, until you take me to court. And they say otherwise. This whole white man support. Yes, you do, Mr. Welch. Please forgive me. Richard Welch is the creator of Elijah Hadley's page, and I do encourage you all to go and join. He is one of our biggest supporters. His love for our Apache young man, our Apache people is there. I'm telling you, we have such huge support. If we could get our council to do this, this trial would have already been done and gone. Jacob would already be sitting in prison. But our council, they're too greedy. They want $400 just to appear. All of our other fundings isn't enough for them. After watching the video many times, murder is murder, overkill is overkill. Prayers, justice is served for Elijah, his family, and tribe. If he gets away with it, the relationship between the tribe and Otero Sheriff's Department will be serving with prejudice on that part. Please prevent this. Stand up for what is right. Mescalero strong. Y'all gotta go look at these because these aren't tribal members saying this. These are non-tribals that have this fight. Elijah cannot stand here and fight. He cannot testify in his own trial. He cannot tell them what Jacob Diaz did and did not do for him, to him and for him. But the video can. There is no doubting that. I'm not understanding the huge delay in this trial. It's almost 2 years. And we were delaying it because David Black has some strong ties. So register to vote and get him out of there. Go watch the debates. Listen to Geraldine Yaza Martinez and her plans when she gets in there. Geraldine does not speak about if I'm elected, when I'm elected, hopefully I'm elected. It's when I get in there. It's that mentality. You speak it into existence because she knows it's there. Cesar Ramos also speaks on what he believes in his heart. Please go listen to these people. You can also go listen to David and Raul. They also speak from their heart, their hearts of murder and corruption. It is a fact. You listen to their words, these men. David Black is a very evil, nasty, dark-hearted white boy. Raul Robles, you're just a puppet. You really need to see that. You really aren't much but a puppet. That's all you are. I don't think they really give a crap about you. The way they sit there and coach you, you're nothing more. The importance of you is so that David Black does not lose his seat. I love the tribe always in my heart, of course, as we all do. Oh, now let me see. All right. I'm going to be jumping around a little bit here. Now, some of this is kind of iffy to say. I'm not sure if I'll go over all of this, but anywho. Clyde. I was told that I need to ask who motioned to have Thora removed, who seconded the motion. It is all 7-0, so it was another unanimous vote. Clyde, did you have anything to do with that? Because I'm told that you were really pushing to get your love of your life up there in her position and to keep her because she's being questioned. Could that be more nepotism? Could that be something that maybe you're suspended for? I mean, we could just look at your drinking, but I mean, you all seem to just want to use these when they benefit you. Our care center is in huge need of a complete review, investigation, whatever you want to call it. We have so many tribal members that are not allowed to come home. We have tribal members that are in Alamogordo, Las Cruces, even being sent out of state. Why? Is Ralphie home yet? I'm just wanting to know. I was told a while back I had shared a post for Mr. Waldo Lester, and he had been missing. He was located, and I was told recently that he also is not in our care facility. He is out of town in another facility. I'm just trying to understand why. If somebody could just help me understand why. I'd like to know why our people are not allowed to be in our facilities. I'm just wondering. Our tribal court, we are giving power of attorney away in our tribal court for family members, for elders, without having family present, without having the biological children present, the wife, the husband, whatever be it. Maestas? Sir, I don't know what you're doing. And I was told that I need to stop addressing you as ma'am because you're not a ma'am. And that just really blew my mind. But, sir, you are ruling illegally in our courtrooms. And I would just like to know why and how you justify these rulings. And I'm wondering if any of you even knew about all of these people that are working in our courts, on our tribe. Dwayne Duffy, you brought down your boyfriend who was facing 32 felony charges, I think. And then you now have this Jay Maestas, and he's being referred to as she, and I'm getting in trouble for referring to him as she. But this man is also violating our people's rights. Is this why you and Nelva continue to bring in these people? Is this why you all hire them? Because we can't get any justice from our courts. We can't get any help from you all. And you just keep bringing in these people that violate our rights. So when will our courts get any help? Our housing, I can't tell you all the people I've gotten calls for about housing. Lisa Morgan, whatever you go by now. Somebody said, how is it that your daughter got another house? So your daughter got a trailer, and I said, well, where was her other house? Okay, so she got a trailer. Maybe she qualified. I don't know. Maybe she was above others on the list. Who knows how y'all do it? But so I said, okay, maybe she needed a home, and she was next on the list. And they said, no, she had a home. I said, all right, where was her home? Her home was in Carrizo Trails, where her mother used to live. Lisa, is this the house that you had your ex-husband paying for while you were living with your new husband? And how did you keep that house? And how were you able to transfer a house you were not living in to your daughter without going through all of the policies? Was your daughter next on the list? Because I feel like the list is up to like 700 and something. And being that your daughter's so young, I cannot imagine her being any more closer than like 400 or 500. So how did your daughter instantly move into your house without any approval? And then after that, how did she get a new house? I'm just wondering, like, how, how? Because we have so many homeless. We have so many homeless, and you're not following our housing list, Lisa. You're just bumping around whoever you want. And then you're evicting people for partying in their homes, but you party with them in their homes, Lisa. You fornicate in these homes. And what, Monday morning, you're just done partying there, so let's evict? Jennifer Shendo, how did you get a home? Because you have a home on Seaside, I'm told, but you got a new trailer as well. You still haven't explained how your son Blue Shendo is even enrolled, because Brian Zamora isn't a tribal member and you are only a quarter. So how is Blue Shendo enrolled? Because he's Blue Zamora Shendo. That's his name. It's not just Blue Shendo. I know your dad adopted and all that, but how is he enrolled with no blood? He don't have enough. And you keep getting a job. I don't know. And it still blows my mind that you are on all of those pain pills. You are on so many pain pills, but you're driving our kids around. Even with all the reports on your speeding, your reckless driving with students, speeding from Cloudcroft to the school with students, you still have a job. And now you have another home. Y'all need to wake up and start seeing this connection here. Let's see. Um, the other day, I was looking at the patrol thing, the app on there to show who's in jail. And I had noticed that Bish, was your vehicle involved in a DUI? Are you still dealing with your child and alcoholism? Because you used my wraparound service speech and promised to bring that. But yet your family feels the heaviest blow with these issues and you still don't help them. So your next election, what are you going to say? Oh, we're selling more liquor here and it brings in this much revenue for us. And who cares what it's doing to our people, what it's doing to my own household, my own family. Jared Comanche the other day was arrested for a DUI. That's his second call-in, I believe. I don't know. He never went to jail, and he had a DUI. He was intoxicated. He was inebriated and was driving. But Jared never went to jail and was released out and about to do it again. I found that very interesting. And this is what I say when I say Decker and Jackson are our biggest drug dealers, because they are. And entrapment, it's illegal, Decker and Jackson. I don't understand how he was able to escape a DUI, not go to jail or nothing. Y'all are getting messy. Kaylin Fernando, I seen your name in there again. Why? For years, you couldn't stand the guy that's your dad. You couldn't stand him. Why are you trying to be like him? Don't get me wrong, JR, you know how our history and everything. Like, y'all are okay. I don't have anything personally against you besides the fact that you're not Chinos. You're Duggets. And you're running around the tribe like you have the right to do this and that, and you don't, JR. You actually need to explain who you are if you are Mescalero Apache. and how. But my thing with you, Kaylin, is you are not your dad. Why do you continue to put yourself in that jail? Why do you continue to put yourself at that level? Um, those of you that have family that struggle with alcoholism, drug abuse, whatever it is, friends, whatever, fight for them. Show them you care. Nag them, bitch at them, piss them off. It's caring, whether they like it or not, and they do see it. I am the biggest bitcher right now. I'm having such a huge struggle, but I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to give up on them. You got to keep going and keep going. Our tribe is not going to offer anything to help our people. No rehabs, no nothing. They're just going to increase what's disabling you. They're going to increase your alcohol. You have drugs that are being brought in. Oh, well, let's make the drug dealer director. Let's give them a home. Let's enroll their children and make them tribal members. Who cares? Maybe it's what they want. Maybe they want us to die off. Increase their bank accounts, I guess. Let me see. Our roads department. Our roads department is really crucial right now to our fire season. We're supposed to be here on monsoon, and you all know, like, monsoon's great, but it's not enough. It's not enough to quench our land. Our land is dry. It needs a long monsoon. It needs a lot, and we're not going to have that. But it's great to have that little security while we have it, the rain while we have it. But our roads department, y'all really need to look at that roads department and get it in order. Our DRMP department needs to be put in order. You have employees at DRMP that cannot tell time to save their ass. They can't write time, take time, do time. Why are you there? Look into that. Fire that. Suspend that person, council. There's no reason that anybody, not any tribal worker, should be on an hour and a half lunch. Maybe if you're doing a 10, 12-hour shift, but the work that you all are doing does not justify hour and a half lunches, especially those of you women at DRMP. Chantel at the roads department, girl, you got to get your shit together. You need to get up earlier and do your makeup at home. Go do your money orders after work on your 30-minute lunch break, not hour and a half, 30-minute. You got to do something, Chantel, because these people don't want you there no more. The complaints on you, Chantel, have now taken over Hoyt, over Ashley, over Rodney, over Luke, over Chris. Nobody wants you there, Chantel. I'm just letting you know. Sorry. You need to stop doing your makeup and going to do your daycare money orders. How else would I even know this? I don't know you. I don't know what you do, but obviously they do, and they're tired of it. Our roads department needs to be fixed. Chris Little has no business in any part of our resources at all, especially when it comes to our fires. He needs to be gone. He's one who qualifies to be banished from the tribe. He's actually broken laws, hurt the Mescalero people. A whole resolution put in place for him and Erica Bradley. Erica Bradley, which one of you is renting from her their trailer at Seaside? I'm told she's renting her trailer at Seaside. How? Joe Chavez and Lil Chavez. Pop Squat, let's have a talk. I've been thinking a lot, about Melissa and Ted and the family, like all the dynamics. And I thought about like sitting there at the round table at child support in the morning when we have our coffee. And I thought about Kateri. And I always thought about how her story was so freaking crazy. Why don't you get along with your brother and his wife? Did she steal your panties, Lil? Because I'm told that she was accused of stealing your underwear, all over underwear. Um, that Kateri did, like, you did all of this over underwear. I don't even know. I can't imagine it being true that anybody's stealing Kateri's underwear, especially Lil, because at that time, now just hear me out, hear me out. At that time, and I don't mean anything mean, but Kateri, um, I just want to know what Lil would have done with your panties at that time, because I don't think they would have fit her. You were about 3 times bigger than you are now. So I didn't understand how Kateri was stealing your panties and what they would be for, unless other than an umbrella, a tarp, something. But I just thought all of that was very odd. To say that you don't talk to your brother anymore, you all disowned your brother Joe because of his wife stealing your panties. And then to come back here and sit there and listen to all of the shit that Ted Chavez is doing to children and think, man, you all just kind of coincide with one another. You just go right along with it. It's just kind of there for you. I just thought that was very odd. But anyway, y'all don't have a relationship with your mother, your siblings, or none of them, Joe, because, well, your wife was stealing Kateri's panties. I just thought that should be known because what the hell? Um, Melissa Chavez. Nobody has batted an eye or nothing for the things that Melissa Chavez has been accused of doing. I do want to go into more detail regarding Melissa Chavez, and I do plan to meet with Mariah and doing a little one-on-one interview with her. I'm hoping to do that this week sometime, if not this week, the beginning of next week. Because I'm just sitting here reading Mariah's content, Mariah's messages, Mariah's comments to me. And I feel that I need to give her her own platform, give her her own voice. You know, it's not fair that I am being her voice. It needs to be her. So this week, or probably the beginning of next week, we will be doing a one-on-one. We'll have Mariah come and tell you all herself the things that Theodore Ted Chavez has done to her, the things that Melissa Chavez has allowed. And I think it's only fair that you all hear it from her. I'm also supposed to do another interview with one of Aguilar's family members. So I'll schedule that as well. I'll schedule that hopefully next week as well. Maybe one next week and one the next week, something like that. It'll be good. Y'all need to hear from them themselves, not from me anymore. It's the truth for our people. I see messages. It was whatever Melissa told them to say because Joe and Lil are authentic. One-on-one, yay. I'll go year by year, moment by moment, completely unravel and pull all the cords. That's good. That's what they need. Y'all have a daycare abuse allegation at the Inn of the Mountain Gods daycare, and you all really need to look into that. You cannot ask the special investigator or HR to look into it because the special investigator, Scott, is actually messing around with the daycare director, Amber, and I am told she's now expecting from either Scott or her boyfriend. So you can't rely on his investigation. Just like we can't rely on the state police investigation for a murderer, you cannot rely on one for a child abuser. You all need to go in there and have an investigator actually go and see what's going on with the daycare at the inn. One allegation is all right. Two, okay. Three is just wait. Four, what the hell? Y'all need to get up there. Scott. I don't know who Scott is at the inn, but he is your special investigator. Amber is just one female that he is messing with. He does mess with she's some type of bartender, cocktail waitress. I don't know what she is, but he also messes with her as well. So get in there and check that out. Now, I did say that I was going to touch back with Melissa Swazwa in a minute. She had did a post a while back about her Auntie Doe. People are talking about my auntie. I came out of Facebook hiding after all this time because I'm going to address it. You better put your address here if you feel this way. And I said, that be me. I feel this way. I did a whole show talking about all of the wrong that your auntie did. And then she said, oh, we don't, I'm not going to address non-tribal members. You should have put that on your post. My point is, I have a lot of respect for people that will call me out and actually prove me wrong. A lot. Even if I don't like that I'm proved wrong, that respect is there. It's given because that's my goal, is to be proven wrong. Everything I'm talking about is such trash that it needs to be wrong. God, let me be wrong. Why would any of this be true? And it's true. When you call somebody out, you do go through all that mess. Don't embarrass yourself. Don't make yourself look like a fool or your family. Going along with my live shows and having guests starting to appear. Larry Niederstadt from Tularosa, New Mexico, and I know you watch my content, sir. Contact me. I'd like you to be a guest on my show. Doralyn Simmons has been doing a lot of things on my tribe, to my tribe, for a long time, beginning with me. Doralyn was one of the biggest pushes to get me off of my land. Man, she cannot stand me. And Doralyn, being someone that used to sleep with my father, bio father, it makes me wonder, is this anger towards him or is it actually towards me? I do feel towards me. She's always been very jealous with me since I was a child. Her and her daughter used to pull me into the principal's office and attack me for looking at Robin wrong. I rolled my eyes. I called her a name. Who knows? I didn't even know the whole then. But Doralyn has always been this way. This weekend, or this coming week, my niece will be having her coming of age ceremony. I cannot attend that. My children can. My mother can, but I cannot. And that's because of Doralyn and Gabe and Nelva. Everything that they did to me was illegal. There's nothing about what they did to me legal in any way. It was all done out of jealousy and fear of me. But with that being said, Larry Niederstadt, contact me so we can do a show together. I'm told that you know quite a bit about a lot of the people on our reservation. You used to work for, what is his name down there? Very rich man in Three Rivers. Tom Ryan? I could be saying that wrong. But anyway, and I'm also told that you could be a possible father to Robin Baca Simmons Aguilar, whatever she goes by. That Doralyn fornicated a lot with you back in the day. So I would like for you to be a guest on my show. And if that's something that you'd like to do, contact me. If you'd like to just come and give me a little interview and I just write it down, that can also be done. But Dorlin is over here violating our laws as a whore. And that's what you are, Dorlin. You are the queen of fornication, the queen of adultery. And if I'm wrong, prove me wrong, because I got my proof stacked. All the nasty and all, it's ready to go. I'm telling you, defamation is a huge lawsuit, and our tribal leaders could win, could shut me up at any time. I say some very, very damning words. I accuse them of the craziest things. What is crazier to me is there's no lawsuits to shut me up. A lawsuit entails discovery, proof. I think that's about it for now. We had a big old, a lot of our cultural people go out to feast out in Arizona. I think it was really good for some of you to go out there and represent, some of you to be around all that. To the Anjadis group, I hope you all will soon get your act together. I hope you'll take the embezzler out and put in who it belongs to. Pascal doesn't have any business overseeing your group. Let him go and stay at the casinos with the women. Just whatever. Fix your group. Our culture is big and it means a lot to our people. Oh, I was right. John Paul is married to Amy Barella. Jessica Turner is a judge removed as an attorney for ethics. Ryan Scuggs lost his job as state police. Man, I have notes all over, and all of this has to do with Elijah Hadley's case. So if all of you could please download Google Meets, if you could please tomorrow morning be present in the Google Meets hearing at 9:30, that would be great. That would be great. Share my content. And those of you that have so much to say to me, when you see me, say it. What's there to hold back for? Carla stood there and screamed behind a glass door while security stood right next to her. Real tough, Carlos. Real tough. And if y'all don't know who Carlos is, that's the mutt that had her own nieces disenrolled illegally. After stealing their records from her job she embezzled, she used those and had her nieces disenrolled illegally under Butch Blazer. Butch Blazer, we're coming for you. White man, I will see you soon. What you have started on my tribe is wrong. I guess that's it. I'll be leaving with that. Those of you that will be attending services this weekend, that'll be doing things, please keep our tribe in your prayers. We have lost a lot of people. A lot of people that mean so much to so many people. Please keep our tribe, the loved ones in your prayers, whether you like them or not, whether you get along with people or not. It doesn't matter who it is. You should always pray for anybody that passes on. I hope when I pass on, even my enemies will pray for me. I will pray for them. It doesn't take much to say a prayer, y'all. Regardless, you claim to be Christian, you know. Our Creator is pretty clear on what He wants. Keep our tribe in prayer. I do think they blessed us with all of this rain that is needed, and I thank them. But you all have a great weekend. Stay safe. If there's anything y'all can think of or want me to mention, you let me know. And Mariah and to Gabe's family, I will reach out to you all so we could schedule an interview and give you a voice. Let you have your time to speak of what was done to you. And remember, everybody, we are Mescalero Apache. Remember who you are. Don't be afraid of nobody and nothing. Not even death. You shouldn't fear death. You shouldn't fear anything. Stand up for what you believe in. Don't be a coward. If you have something to say, say it. Be Apache. Be strong. Be fierce. Be fearful. Be loud. Be loud for Elijah. Please be loud for Elijah. We need to. He needs us to scream right now. He needs all of us to scream for him. Please do. Council, I'm done asking you all. Even you new council, Third and Tanis, where the heck have you guys been? Where's your updates? Where's your appearance? Where's your care? Man, all of you get into council and it's just freaking gone. No, nothing from none of you. Nothing.